Hello friends, welcome to the Technical Point channel. This is Santosh Kumar. In the previous video, we have seen that we have created uh, many APIs, many CRUD APIs, and we have executed it. And like we have created save, update, updation of records, or get employee by ID, get all employees and delete by employee ID. So all of these API we have run, and it was working fine in the local system, and we have run like this. Like for saving, we have run employee slash slave slash save. Okay, so we have run it. Now in this video we will learn about how to uh, deploy this employee service CRUD APIs in CRUD microservice in the Kubernetes cluster. Means that we will deploy in the current employee service and for cloud operation, and all of these microservice this microservice will deploy in Kubernetes cluster, so that what the changes we will need to change and require, and how to deploy it in the Kubernetes cluster. So first of all, for this, first of all, we have to build it, and we have to dockerize it, and then we will have to uh, deploy it in the Kubernetes cluster. So in the local system we have seen that we are using this URL, but now we will change the URL, like URL, username, password. Dynamically we will pass it the this information from the Kubernetes YAML configuration. Okay, and we will deploy it using that YAML. So we will learn more. First of all, we have this is the URL we have changed it. Like here we have just used change the host name, and this is DB name. In place of this, we have pasted it here, and change the DB underscore name variable, and we have provided the variable for his host, and we have provided the username and password just dynamically. Okay, and these things are same. Okay, now first of all we will build it. Okay, so if we build it like mvn clean, just, so if we build it, then it will generate the latest jar. Okay, after that when the build will become successful, uh, yeah, build is successful, so we can we get the we will get the latest jar. Okay, this jar will be refresh. If we refresh it, automatically it will be picked it. Now we will have to create the docker file. So docker file we have already created, and here, and in this docker file we will provide that base image. This is the base image for running the Java application, and also it contains the environment for Java and Java application, and also it gives the environment for running for base image, base operating system. Like what is the base operating system uh, on which this Java application will run, and it has the environment for also Java. Okay, and then we will wrap it with the working directory, like app directory we will create, and then we have copied the uh, local executable this jar to this created here we have copied here, and we have exposed the 9007 as the port number, and then we have provided the entry point. So when we create the pod, and then like when we create the pod of the apply service, then at the time of running it will in the pod, it contains the container, and in that container when it will container will run, it will pick the entry point from here, and it will run this application. Okay, so this is the docker file, we have run it, and then first of all, and then we will build it. So like for building the application, we have to go to the folder of the application. And here we will build it. So we will build the application, docker build dash t employee service column before dot. So if we write this command, then it will create the image of the employee service, and here we are telling that this is tag name of this image, employee service, and this is the version number, and this is the current directory. So from current directory it will create the image, build and create the image. Sorry. So if we write the command like docker images, so it will show that this image is created, employee service, and version 4 is created. Okay, now we will create two deployment, one deployment for MySQL and one deployment for employee service. So in this MySQL deployment, first of all we will define the configurations. Okay, so um, so in this application, we are using the MySQL, okay, for database. So for this deployment, suppose in this suppose if the MySQL pod is running, and then whatever the data we will save, or we will get whatever the data it will saved. But if the MySQL pod will scale, okay, then in that case the data should be scale or scale up or scale down. Then means multiple replica of the MySQL pod will running, and then when the scale up of the MySQL will be running, then in that case it suppose employee service will call, and it will save the data. And if you want to get the data from suppose one employee ID, then in that case it can pick the from any available pod. Okay, and then we will get it will get the data, means uh, for uh, for saving for whatever the state has been saved in previously, we want to get that state uh, means using that session or say state, we can get the data. If the pod is upscale or downscale, any time we can get the data. So for this we have used a stateful set. Okay, so in the stateful set, first of all, um, we have to provide that uh, this is the difference between, this is the main purpose for using stateful, and um, there is some difference between stateful and deployment. In the deployment, when we write the deployment, like suppose if for employee service we will use the deployment. So in this deployment, mm, employee service will run as a stateless service. Okay, so it doesn't require any session preserve, or like we want to save the session or previous state to that application. It is just stateless. No any state will be saved. So therefore, in the employee service deployment, we have provided the deployment only, and it will behave like a stateless. And here we provide the like kind deployment metadata, and here we provide the selector as match label selector as employee service, and here we provide the replica template also. We have provided label, and this is the container name, this is the image, container name, this is the image, and here we provide the version v4. Okay, and here we provided the ports 9007, and here we provided the mysql name environment variable, like whatever the information we have provided here. If we see that here, mysql host, db name, username, password, uh, these four variable we have provided dynamically. So we will pass from here. Okay, mysql host will be mysql, db name implied db, username, root, and password. Okay, and here this is the service part of the deployment of employee service. Yeah. Okay, so here we provided that service as kind as service, and then we have provided metadata and selector as employee service. So this implies selector this should be just the same as sorry. So employee service, this service will be same as this here. Okay, and also this target port. So we provided the port, and also target port should be the uh, same as container port. Okay, so this is the deployment. It is a stateless, and in the mysql deployment, we have provided that kind of stateful. So it means that this mysql mysql service will behave as a stateful, so that whatever the state we will save, it will be saved, and we can get that state in the later stage. Okay, so here we provide the kind mysql, kind is a stateful state, metadata is mysql set, and selector we have provided mysql, service name mysql, replica is 2, template we have provided, and then also we have provided the label, and termination grace period 10 seconds, and container name mysql, image is mysql colon test, and container port we have whatever the information we have provided. Port also we have 3006 we have provided, and we have provided the volume mounts we have provided the whatever the path we are where we save the data. Okay, and we have provided the environment variable for running the mysql. So we have provided that username and password username will be here root, and password will be from we will be get from secret. So secret, we have created the mysql secret, and like secret name, and then we have provided that mysql root password is root at the rate 123. Okay, and here it is just showing that we are showing the actual password, just for the simplicity. However, if you want to uh, encrypt the data like a password or anything, then we have to use that only data, not string data. Okay, and if we go to the mysql deployment, so we have provided that volume claim template. Okay, so in that volume claim template, it is used first of all when we create the stateful state. Then in that case we have to create the persistent volume and persistent volume claim. But suppose if the replica will grow, multiple replica or multiple pods will be running, then in that case we have to use the multiple persistent volume and persistent volume claim, so that we can get the data from there. Okay, so we have to do it again and again. Okay, multiple time it should be we have to create. So therefore we have used that volume claim template so that it will handle and manage the PVC's possession volume claims automatically. We don't need it means it will automatically handle. Okay, and we have provided that MySQL store and just name metadata MySQL store and access read write, and we have provided the standard storage class name, and we have provided the storage, and then uh, here we provided that service as MySQL, language as MySQL, and port is 306, target port is 303 and we have provided that cluster IP as none. Okay, so that it will be should not be cluster IP, and then selector as MySQL. So it will be whatever the selector we have provided MySQL. Here it is the uh, app. It should match with the selector match level app. Okay, and here we can see that volume claim template represents the type of template that the system uses to create BBC. The number of PVC is equal to the number of replicas that are deployed for the stateful set application. The configuration of these PVCs are the same except for the PVC names. Okay, so it means that if we use the volume claim template, it will automatically create and manage the PVCs according to the replica. Okay, so we have a diagram. 1 minute, we can show you. So first of all, let's deploy it. First of all, MySQL. Then I will show you. So first of all, we will go to. We have seen that Docker image is already created, and we have the employee service. So we will go to that folder where the this where this MySQL deployment and also employee service deployment is there. Okay, so we will create that first of all. Yeah, so now we have come here, and then uh, yeah, so this diagram we want to tell you that. So when the if MySQL pod will running, then if we use the stateful state, and then suppose if multiple replica like there are three replica we are using. So in that case only the pod will be like a pod 1. This is the pod 1, this is the pod 2, and this is the pod 3. So here pod 1 like this telling that MySQL SQL 0, and this is the MySQL 1 and MySQL 2. Okay, so in this when we use the stateful set, in that case the only whatever the data we will save or writing, reading and writing both will be from the pod number 1. And when we create the new pod like pod 2, then in that case it will check that first of all pod 1 is already ready and running or not. If it is running, then it will create the new pod, and then all the data will be uh, copied from the pod 1 to second pod, and it will be running. And it will, from here, if we want to say, get the data, then it is responsible for reading only, not means we can get the data from here, we can read the data from here only, pod 2. But for writing purpose, only pod 1 will be useful. Okay, and means from here only possible, and for writing. And similarly, if we want to create more pod, then like pod 2, pod 3 will be running. Then it will, first of all, it will check that whether it previous pod is running or not. If it is running and ready, then it will create another pod, and it will be running. And so it is also used for uh, reading the data. Means we can write the data only from the pod, and rest the pod will be created, used for reading only. Okay, so this is the main mm, uh, purpose, and for creating the stateful set. Okay, so by this data concurrency will be fine, and will be working fine. And then also like uh, availability of the data will be proper, and means concurrency and availability both will be maintained properly if we use the stateful set. Therefore we have used the stateful set. Okay, so uh, let's deploy the and uh, MySQL, and then imply service. So first of all, we will deploy the MySQL. kubectl apply MySQL. MySQL deployment dot YAML. 1 minute. So sorry for that. Sorry for the disruption. Uh, so first of all, we will deploy this MySQL, and MySQL deployment is done, and then we will deploy the imply service. Okay. And MySQL whatever the secret we have used here, it is already deployed. Okay, so we don't need it. I have already created it. Uh, so if we see that the status kubectl status of the deployment, so we have to write the kubectl get all. So we can see that imply pod is running, and then MySQL is also running, and so MySQL pod is running, two pod is there, and imply service pod is creating. Okay, possible that we have saved it or not. 1 minute we have. I think we have not saved the version. We can redeploy the imply service. Sorry for that. I have forgot to save the change of the version. Hello, hello friends. In the previous video, we have seen that we were trying to deploy the imply service. So first of all, uh, actually, in the previous video, we have used the uh, image Docker image of old old version. So we will create the we will we will create deployment using latest version of the imply service. So first of all, we will do that. We will delete the deployment of imply service. So kubectl delete imply deployment. So it's the deployment is deleted, and now we will use the latest version. So this is before is the latest version of the imply service image. So first of all, we will save it, and then uh, we have included it. Now we will try to redeploy the imply service. Okay, so we are deploying again for imply service. If it will apply, now let's check that what is the status of the all deployments and pods. Yeah, so it's showing that imply service is one pod is running and one pod is container creating. Oh, so let's wait for that. And we have seen that MySQL uh, is also running. So two pods of MySQL is running, and imply service um, service of the imply service is running, and also MySQL service also running, and deployment of imply service is running, and replica set, we can see that uh, implies service is 2. Okay, and MySQL stateful set is also running, and it is in ready state of 2 replica. Okay, so everything is fine. Let's see again. So again, if we run again the command, then two replicas of the imply service, means two parts of the imply service is running. Okay, now let's test it. Okay, in the Postman, using Postman, first of all, we will the Postman, and so we have seen that. First of all, we will start Postman. Yeah, it's running, it's taking time. Okay. So what we have done that first of all we have done deployment of MySQL, and also the we have done deployment of employee service. Okay. So we have deployed the MySQL as a stateful set. So we have already uh, discussed that we will uh, it will be MySQL deployment will be as a stateful set, and on writing and reading only will be done from the first pod only, not from other pod. And whatever how many any replica two replica, five replica, any replica will be there. Then in that case, for other pod only reading will be there. Like means we can read only from other pod, but for writing purpose or saving purpose or reading purpose, something whatever we can write that in in the this pod, uh, it can be done from the first pod only. Okay. And also we have explained like this. Okay, we can see that. Sorry for that. So this is the primary first MySQL 0 is a primary replica, and another is the replicas of that. Okay. So now we will check that. Let's. Okay. So everything is fine. Now we will run the MySQL. Sorry. First of all, we will try to save the data in using first of all we have we have passed the uh, employee data like this, and then uh, in the Postman, first of all we have provided employee data like name, designation, address, city, state is there, and then this is the URL for post, like for saving the data, and this is the IP address of the this is the IP address of the Kubernetes cluster, and this is the port number 30107. So we can see that we have already defined this port. Okay, notepad port, because we have provided the type of the service in the employee service deployment. uh, node port type is node port, therefore we have fixed the node port. Okay. So this is the first thing, and also uh, we have provided the URI URI as employee slash web save. Now uh, let's save it. It's taking time, maybe. due to system slow. Let's run the get all method of the for to get the all the employees of the employee. Let's check it whether it is running or not. It's also taking time. So yeah, so it's showing that we have 6 records. So last record we have provided like Ramesh Kumar and this ID is equal to 6. If we post again, like if we save the data again, like Ramesh Kumar 7. Suppose if you are for seventh record, suppose we have provided the designation also at 7 like this, and if we save it, then it should be saved. Yeah, so seventh record is saved, and if we it is successfully and it's showing that 200. Okay, means it is successfully saved. Now if we want to check that, for get all employee, like get all, so we can hit the command like get all, and we will get the data. So we can get the data all the employees like 1 2 id 3, id 4 and 5, here id 5, here id 6 and 7, id 7, and here we have provided that, as you remember that Ramesh Kumar 7 and testing 7. Okay, testing derivation part we have provided here 7, so it's successfully fine, everything is fine. So similarly we can test all the APIs of all the CRUD APIs, like we have provided like get all, we have checked that get all, and we can check that update method and get employee by ID and delete also. Let's check it. Suppose if we want to delete, okay, and here we will have to, for deleting we have to provide the uh, IP and address, because it will be we have previously we have done in the local environment, but here we are using the Kubernetes cluster environment. So therefore here we will provide the like this, and here if we delete like 3, and here we have already uh, 7 employee. Okay, so if we ID, if we delete the ID Sunil Kumar 7, okay, here Sunil Kumar is 7 is there. Okay, so let's check that. It's taking time. Let's check that here whether it is working fine or not. Here he will here we will hit the again get all, check that whether. So in a nutshell we can say that we can take the data using Postman, and we can take the APIs like a CRUD of all the CRUD of APIs, and we'll get the data. My system is becoming slow. I don't know why, but here it is taking slow time. One more time I will try. Then also here it is taking time. You can check that it is working fine. I know. Uh, I hope. And yeah, one more thing, if we want to debug, like first of all we can debug that how many records are there in the MySQL, and also we can how to debug that what is the what's happening in the container, and what's happening in the in the console part. We can do like that. Like suppose if we want to check that what is the logs, like for logs we can, using log we can debug that. Okay, so like this, for this we can check that. Okay, we can copy this pod and for employee service, and we can write the command like kubectl logs dash if, and if we pass that like this. It is also storing. Yeah, yeah. So logs show that employee deleted for ID equal to 3 and employee deleted for, so we can check that. Okay, if we go to in the postman, it is showing that deleted, showing that, yeah, it is implied deleted ID for 3 and it is successfully. Okay, and if we hit the command like get all, then we get the only employee ID like only six records. Okay, uh, let's wait for that. And also till now we will go to yeah, I think it's coming, 1 2 and 3. Yeah, here one and two, after two and ID 3 has gone because it is deleted, and we have 4 5 6 and 7, means only 6 records are there. So if delete command is also running, and also like delete API is working fine. So we can check that in the postman. I don't want to uh, become means make the video too long. Just one more thing I want to explain. Here we have seen that we can debug the logs also using kubectl logs. Okay, now we will check that we will check that in MySQL container. Okay, and we will go inside the MySQL container. First of all we will have to go to the pod. Okay, so what is the pod? This is the pod, so we'll go inside the pod, and then we'll go inside the container of the MySQL. So MySQL set 0 is there. So first of all we'll have to write a command exec kubectl exec dash it, and here we will paste that, and here this is the primary. Okay, so every operation like in like writing and reading operation will be done here. You can see that like writing both will be done here from primary, and another file like replica 1 2 3 will be done on, we will read only. Okay, so we'll go to that kubectl exec, and my pod name, and then here we will have to write dash dash slash bin slash s bash. Okay, so we have gone to that container, and now let's go in the MySQL. So first of all we have to write the MySQL dash hs, means host is MySQL, and we have changed that host is like this. If we go to the MySQL, this is the host. Okay, and also we have provided that here also host is MySQL. Okay, and we have seen that host MySQL, this is the okay host. So this MySQL is the host name. Okay, so we'll go to that here MySQL host dash it dash u root dash p for password, u for user. Here we will provide the password of the MySQL for connecting MySQL. So it's successfully logged in, and it will now we are in the container of the MySQL. Okay, so suppose we want to check that what how many data so the databases. So first of all we can debug that like so databases. So we have like multiple like employee DB database, product DB database, or the MySQL database also. So we can use a we can go to the employee DB database. So employee DB. So now we will check that. So tables in employee DB. So we have gone in the employee DB database, and we have checked that an employee table is there. So we can check that how many records are there. So we have to write the command select star from employee. Okay, and we have seen that 6 records are there. 1 2 4 5 6 7 3 already we have 3 id and id 3 is already we have deleted. Okay, we have deleted all earlier, and we have 6 records now. Okay, so that's it. It's fine, and all whatever the information, whatever the data we have saved, it is saved in the database, and from postman. And now let's, if we want to check again like some more data, if we want to duplicate it, suppose if we want to get id, employee id, suppose if we want to check the get employee id as 2, so we can write that slash 2. Okay, we want to check that data for employee id 2. Let's check that. Sorry for that, my system is very slow. Oh yeah, it's giving the record. Okay, so for id2 we are getting the data, and we have it is successfully showing that it now successfully done, and done the response, and that's it. Now if we want to update, suppose if we want to update the data like 4 id 4, suppose if we want to change update the data id 4, and here Santosh Kumar, here designation Pune, we can write that. Okay, we can write the designation as architect example. Okay, and we can write the address as Pune 2. Okay, as for example, this is not the exact uh, just we are giving the sample data. Okay, so we want to change the data designation as architect, and address as Pune 2, city as Pune 2, and Santosh Kumar. Okay, everything is just these two data we want to save it. Okay, update it. So let's save it. Let's hit the command in this URL, and we are getting that. Okay, so if this is id 4 designation 4, here designations abc data pp1 test 1 Pune 2 architect. Let's check that what is the data for 4. So suppose we want to get the data as uh, 4, what we have done. I think for record ID 4 it is not saved. Okay, suppose if we want to save the data, put ID 4 architect testing, and here provide the data as like Pune 4 and test. So it's taking time. Yeah, maybe designation wise it's not updating. uh, we can check it. So you can we can check it in the we can debug that and we can do that. So we don't want to make the video long, so just I am done, uh, and I'm wrapping here. And first of all, so I am wrapping here, and we can check that. Hello friends, in the previous video we have tried to update the data for the address, designation, and city. So we will, however, designation was not updating. Let's try again. Uh, Here we will try to test as ID 4. Here we will update the designation as ID testing 4, and address as 4. Pune also we will write the 4, and Maharashtra as 4. Okay, let's hit again to update the data. Let's hit the URL. Yeah, so we can see that here address is for address and for is updated. I think city 4, city Pune 4, Maharashtra 4, but designation I think is not updating. uh, First of all, let's check that for ID number 4, get the employee ID as 4, so that what the data is updated. Here we will try to hit the get to hit the URL to get ID 4. So for employee ID is 4, we check that Pune and test N4, city F4, Maharashtra F4, it is updated, but just designation is not updating. Let's check that because here if we see that here if we see that we have provided the designation as architect testing 4, but here it is showing ABC DD PP1 testing. It means previous record was there. Okay, here previous record was there. Okay, so let's check that date for the update employee. So if we see that in the for update employee, so go to the employee update for URI update, and we will go to the API, and then let's check that why what is the issue. We are going in the update employee method, and then go to the update employee. So So here if we can say that what is the set, so we are setting the name, address, city, state, and country. Okay, so I think I have mistake. Sorry for that. I have mistake done the I have committed the mistake. I have not updated the code uh, uh, for updating designation record. Okay, so therefore here it should be employee old dot set set designation, and what is the latest designation we have to pass. But um, we can do that, and we have to build that again, and we have to create again an image. So I don't want to do it again, because it will the image the video will become too long, and that's why I'm not doing that. You can understand, and just I can explain. So here first of all we have to change the code, and we have to provide that employee ID employee old dot set in designation, and employee and that set the latest designation, and then we have to build again first of all, and when clean install using this command, and then we will get the jar, get the latest jar, and then we have to create the image docker image again. And after creating the docker image, docker using if we can see that, first of all we will go to that docker images. So here imply service is 4. So now we will run the command I like docker docker build dash t employee service colon v5. Okay, because latest changes there, so we have to change the uh, it is good to change the version for every update. And here we will have to put the dot. Okay, so by using this command we will have to create the new image, and it like a tag v4, and then we will have to change the employee deployment, like here employee service deployment here. Okay, so and here we will have to change the again change the version from v4 to v5, and then we will have to redeploy it again. First of all delete the redeployment and redeploy it again, and like either we can do that directly apply, or we can delete and then reapply that. Okay, and so we will redeploy the employee service, and then the update when we hit the update URL, then update URL, then it will run that. Okay, so similar all then in that case it will work fine, and then our record will be updated properly, all the records, whatever the records we want to update. Okay, so just I am done, just I am wrapping it again. So what I have done so far, first of all, first of all in the for CRUD operation, for like if you want to deploy the CRUD API, like CRUD microservice, and deploy it in the Kubernetes cluster. So first of all we have to create the uh, first of all we have to create the different multiple API CRUD APIs, like save, update, delete, get employee, get all employee, get all, and like this. So we have to create that API, and we have to implement that properly. We have to test it locally, and after that locally it is running fine, then we will have to uh, change the configuration of in the application.yaml. We have to change the configuration for like a database name, DB name, host name, username, password, all things we have to do it for dynamically, these properties should be passed from the outside, in a Kubernetes cluster. We have to pass the configuration and this information in the YAML, deployment YAML. Okay, the deployment or YAML of the employee service. And also if we and also we have to pass that, like what is the password, or for password we have to we have to create the secret, like secret first of all, and then we have to paste here the password, and then in the employee deployment, we can, however, here we have passed the db password as root password, and username, host name, db name, whatever the information we have passed here using environment, and rest the deployment configuration we have provided here, like in deployment, matching app label and container information, container name, image name, service name of the employee service we have provided here. And for MySQL, uh, if we see that here MySQL deployment, in this deployment we have provided that stateful set, because we have seen that we have to uh, we have seen that we have to create the deployment, so that reading and writing should be from from primary pod only, and rest pod will be only for reading only. So, and also it is used for, but if we use the multiple replica or multiple pod, then and, data will be saved properly, and whatever that we have saved in the earlier session, we can get the data, and when the scale, it is a scale up scale or down scale, data will not be lost. Therefore we have used the stateful set, and here we have provided that container name is MySQL, and we have provided that for stateful set, we have used that volume mount, and we have used the volume claim template. So if we use the volume claim template, it will be uh, volume claim template. If we use that, then it will internally it will create the PVC, persistent volume claims, and at that time. So according to, like, suppose if we have four replica, then four persistent volume claims will be required. So we don't need that, need to require write the code for that. So volume claim template will manage and do that for okay, automatically it will do that. And here here if we see that for MySQL pod running, we have passed the password as MySQL. So it is we are getting the data from uh, value from secret keyref, and it is pointing to the MySQL secret from here, and we get the, like, we have the keyword MySQL root password. This is the same in the MySQL deployment, and MySQL root password. So it is referring to the MySQL secret, and pod is running with the given environment. Okay, username and password. So we have created two pods, two separate pod, one pod for MySQL, and one separate pod for employee service. And in each pod can scale up and down, like MySQL can up scale, like multiple two replicas will be there, or four replica we can be there. Similarly, employee service will be also multiple replicas, like two replica, four replica. Currently two replicas are there. So if we see that here, mm, if we see here, like MySQL two pod is running, 0 and 1. So therefore if we use the stateful set, so it will start with the ordering, proper order, like 0 1 2 and 3, like if we have two pod, then 0 and 1 will be there, means fixed number of ordering will be there. But if we use the simple deployment, then it will, naming will be, pod name will be random. But if we use the stateful set, and the pod name should be like this here. So here we can say that this is MySQL set 0 is primary, and MySQL set 1 is replica of this. Okay, so now I am done, and whatever the things I have covered here, and for CRUD operation and deploying the employee service in the Kubernetes cluster. So if you like my video, please like it and subscribe it. Thank you, thank you so much, thank you very much, and If anything mistake I have committed, please sorry for that, and thank you very much. Yeah, we will meet in the next video. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.